Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Patson, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/relationship advice, where OP kicked out his lazy, cheating girlfriend. Let's begin. Am I being unreasonable? My wife cuddled all night with a friend I've been worried about. Posted by Reddit user WrongPainting8342.
Hey everyone, my wife and I have known each other for 5 years and have been married for just over 2. We love each other very much and have had an amazing relationship thus far. Fast forward to a few weeks ago. She starts hanging out with a coworker more often. Let's call him M. I get a bit jealous at first, bring it up, and we talk. She swears they're just friends and that she sees a lot of herself in him in terms of what they've both struggled with in life. I'm apprehensive about it, but I let it be. Then, she starts hanging out with him more and more. The hangs last longer and longer and get more frequent. I start feeling like something is off and said something. She continues to insist nothing is going on and that they're just friends, even that she feels maternal towards him. Well, last night, she went out to a few bars with some friends, M included. She said she may stay at M's house with another friend, as they were getting drunk. She said she'd stay on the couch while M and her other male friend stayed in M's bed. I told her that I trust her and I'm okay with it. This morning, she confessed that she went to M's alone and his other friend went home. She ended up laying down next to M late into the night, talking about sex on his very small couch. She held his hand on the way home in the Uber. She fell asleep. He got up and went to bed, then she followed him to bed and they cuddled. Keep in mind I had a really hard time reaching her all night long. She swears up and down that this is the furthest it went, and there was nothing sexual about it, but that she was drunk and doesn't remember everything. She acknowledges it was inappropriate but said it wasn't cheating. She said she never felt any feelings towards him, though I have a hard time believing that. She feels terrible and I'm crushed. The thought of M cuddling my wife to sleep makes my blood boil. I am totally shattered. She told me not to worry so many times and I trusted her. I just need an outsider's perspective. Am I being unreasonable? How can we move forward?
OP, the two of them are full-grown consenting adults, and as you know, adults don't just cuddle in bed, especially when drunk and alone together. She can't remember because she was drunk? Yeah, that's bullshit. The truth is, she wanted him, so she did some shots, fucked him, and now she has selective amnesia. Only a damn donut will fall for that one. Are you a donut, OP? If not, then it's time for you to go see a lawyer. And now for today's second story. My husband wants his cake and to eat it too. Posted by Reddit user Dry Championship.
Caught red-handed 3 days ago sneaking down to Padre, Texas with his not sure. He and I have been married for 14 years. While we've had some issues, I never saw this one coming. I waited until he got on the island to inform him I knew and he never skipped a beat. Been partying for 3 days now. We finally spoke 20 minutes ago and I honestly couldn't tell you who I was talking to, as his whole demeanor has changed. Make a long story short, he said he'll be home Monday evening and apparently, I'm just supposed to greet him with open arms and we pretend this all never happened. It's a holiday weekend, so getting in front of a judge to beg for any kind of an order to prevent him from entering the home is pointless. My only other option is to stand my ground I guess and try to negotiate with him. Get him to hold off a day or two until I can get the papers filed and maybe an order. Any other advice from anyone? I'm thankful to take all the advice I can get right now. This all is the condensed version of my troubles with him. Too much to write about here, although this has been therapeutic. Just to name a couple though, he's intentionally ruined my credit and tried to have sex with my clients. In my head I cannot allow him back in the home. If I do, it will never end and my doc has just recently placed me on high blood pressure meds. So there's that. Thanks.
Usually I would be the one giving opinions here, but I think this comment by Reddit user Winterfront pretty much sums it up.
Empty you money out of the accounts. Call the police tell them your soon-to-be ex has said he coming round Monday and you would like them there to escort him off the property with his belongings. As he is unstable, clearly. Have all his stuff packed. Locks changed if can and have it waiting for him at door with the police. If you can't do this, use the money you emptied from accounts to go stay at hotel. And don't be there when he arrives. Leave tomorrow morning with your stuff, block his number and have him served. Then block his number and go see a lawyer first thing after holidays.
And now for today's final story. My girlfriend cheated. Is it possible to save the relationship? Posted by Reddit user Twaway.
Hey, this is a throwaway for obvious reasons. I guess I need to write this stuff down for my own sake. but I'm also looking for outside input on this nightmare of a situation. So here it goes. Backstory. Been together about 9 years, started dating in high school. Minor ups and downs, but a very happy and stable relationship for the most part according to both of us. We were in the talks of marriage, kids soon, and I had planned to propose back in February. The story. It's about Christmas time, late December 2022, and suddenly in a single day she gets deeply depressed. Clinically diagnosed later on. She doesn't enjoy doing anything. She can't handle being around people, can't sleep, etc. It's terrible. I try my best to help her and support her, but any attempt at me bringing up the subject or showing her physical or emotional intimacy is being met with total rejection, and she shuts down even more. So as time goes by, I feel I have nothing left in my arsenal than to distance myself, but still be there for her and hope things get better, cooking, house chores, etc. At this point we're about a month into it and it's only gotten worse, and I'm totally out of options and ideas as to how to try and help or manage this. It's clear that if we stay on this path, our relationship will die, as we haven't been intimate in any capacity for this whole time. About this time, she got a psychiatrist and got on medication. I proposed couples therapy, the reasoning being that I feel I don't have the necessary tools and maybe there's some perspective I'm missing and outside help definitely wouldn't hurt. She outright denied it, no reasons given. Couldn't touch the subject just like anything else regarding her well-being or our relationship, or she would just shut down completely. Now, during this whole time did have a couple talks during which it was always a mystery why this has suddenly happened, and we were both stumped as there wasn't anything that correlated with her sudden mental health decline. Either way, I didn't push too hard and was just there for support, as it's only been a couple months in an otherwise happy, almost decade-long relationship. She got on medication and seemingly got better, improved mood, enjoying activities that she had stopped completely. She also started going to the gym, got a new haircut, bought herself new clothing, some beauty procedures, all stuff one would do to feel better about themselves, so nothing suspicious in itself. Time goes on, things don't change much. Her mood seems improved, but at this point we don't even say I love you or good night to each other, and the relationship is effectively platonic roommates. This whole time she attributed this lack of intimacy to her being unable to be close to me due to her illness, as it gives her anxiety, but she assured me she still wants to be with me. Skip ahead to 3 days ago. I'm about to leave the house and she's going to take a shower. I forget my headphones, so I go back to get them. I take a look at the sofa and see her phone. In that moment I realize I haven't seen her phone unattended ever since the start of this. Suddenly a bunch of little things start connecting in my head. Her going out with her colleagues until 2 a.m. She never did this before. Her new hobbies, her improving her looks, her distance from me, her suddenly starting to keep her phone under her pillow instead of the nightstand. I never did this before, as I completely trusted her, but I opened her phone and looked. What I found was beyond anything I could ever imagine. But as she was just taking a quick shower, I couldn't read it all then and there. So at night I took her phone into the bathroom and started reading all the texts and emails. I'm a pretty fast reader, but it took me an hour and a half to skim through everything. I won't go into explicit detail, of which there was a lot, but the gist of it was that she had been having an affair with her former university classmate since December. The guy is married with 2 kids and they were looking for apartments to move into together, planning on how they're gonna share custody of his kids with the wife and basically planning a life together. According to both of them, they've never felt anything like this before in their life. Their love is beyond anything imaginable, blah blah blah. Eventually the guy started having doubts about the whole arrangement because of his kids and wife, and the thing slowly fizzled out from there. Yet the whole time she was still trying to talk him into leaving his wife. The next day I told her I want her to move out. She didn't ask why, as she already figured. The following conversation we had was more like a police interrogation, as she didn't have much to say on her own and didn't express much regret beyond saying things like "I'm sorry this happened" and "I'm sorry." No explanations, and when I bring up factual info from their chats, she just tries to deny everything without further argument. She's basically in denial, and it's impossible to have a real discussion with her about this. Yesterday she says she still loves me and still wants to be with me, and says we should give couples therapy a go. She swears that none of what they discussed about moving in together was final, and that she still loves me and made a mistake. I'm not actually considering it, but some extra assurance wouldn't hurt. There's nothing to go to couples therapy here for, right? The way I see it, it's beyond repair, and there's no way I could ever trust a person who's capable of doing something like that. All opinions and input welcome though. Sorry for the long post. TLDR. Girlfriend suddenly starts having extreme mental health issues. It persists for about 5 months when I find out she's been having an affair this whole time. Update. I have just now contacted his wife and we're going to meet up today so I can fill her in on everything. I think she deserves to know.
You did the right thing, OP. The guy had cold feet because he realized it was just a fling and now she's feeling rejected, so she wants to work on your relationship. Typical monkey branching. OP, you and the wife deserve better, honestly, and I have no doubt that the two of you will be okay. I'll be sure to look out for your next update. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to Patson to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.